Well, I'm here in the Homesteader's Garden, and it is finally time to harvest our salsify. Remember last spring when we planted this, Sue mentioned that a lot of the settlers also called this oyster plant because it had a flavor similar to that of oysters. Well, now it's finally time to harvest, and the part that we're harvesting is not the leaves, which a lot of people thought that was the part that you ate, but the root. They're much like carrots. You go ahead and dig those out of the ground. And if you have a lot of salsify plants and you don't want to use them all right away, you want to leave them in the ground because that's where they store best. Now, if it's going to freeze and be too hard to dig these out of the ground, you can cover those plants with a 6-inch layer of straw, and that'll make the ground not freeze so that you can go ahead and dig them out. Here I've got the salsify plant here, and it looks a lot like a carrot. And you go ahead and wash those off. And then cut the tops off. And you'll see it's nice and white inside, but when you cut that, it turns dark very quickly. So there's a couple of tips on preparing salsify, and one is you may want to wear gloves because that brown is going to come off on your hands. And the other tip to preparing that is to peel these underneath water in a solution of about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to a quart of water, and that'll keep them from turning brown so fast. Well, after you have these peeled, you may wonder, okay, now what do I do with these? Well, you can steam them or you can boil them, much as you would asparagus or potatoes, and you can cream them like you would asparagus, or use them in a soup, much like potato soup. They're really very pretty once they're peeled, that nice white flesh that you see there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish preparing these and see if they really do taste like oysters.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.